All right. So the second session, the disciples model. The disciples model. So why this model? We're talking about some practical tips. And if you have disciples now, what I want you to do, like I said, tonight is going to be very practical. What I want you to do, and don't feel bad if you don't have disciples. Hmm? Don't feel bad if you don't have disciples. Be glad that you're a disciple. Yeah. I just felt to say that. It's not a feeling though. I just had a nudge to say that. Don't feel bad if you are not a discipler. Learn, still learn, so that when you are a discipler, you can apply the principles. And it's going to help you a lot. Okay, so this model is designed to help you become to become a more effective discipler. It goes beyond surface level follow up to draw out the heart of discipleship. It helps you disciple with discernment, not assumption, and guides you to separate spiritual lifestyle and life factors so that nothing important is overlooked. The discipler model encourages you to pray, encourages you to listen and respond wisely, and it builds healthy reading for consistent spirit-led growth in the lives of your disciples. It is not just about asking people stuff. It's about clarity, care, and Christ-centered transformation. So, without further ado, let's get to the heart of it. Discipleship ought to be done by the power of the Spirit, where a perfect blend of the gifts of the Spirit, as we have seen in the school of the Spirit, 1 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 1 to 11, and the fruit of the Spirit, Galatians chapter 5, 22 to 26 of the Spirit, is used in the course of following up a new convert or your disciple. Yeah? This model is designed to bring your mind to specify. That is all we are doing. We are just pointing your mind to the right place to look at, to the right things to do. If you are not doing them, start doing them. If you are doing them, continue doing them. Yeah. To specify that will help you disciple better. You should not have mere advice every time. How are you feeling? Say, to me, no. Move past that to me, for me, in my own understanding. No, move past that thing. Yeah. When it comes to discipleship, we use revelatory gifts of the Spirit. Teachings about the Spirit of the Spirit, they are intentional. Very, very intentional. Revelatory gifts include word of knowledge, word of wisdom, discerning of spirits. So somebody can ask, why revelatory gifts? Why not power gifts? Why not utterance gifts? See, it's not that we cannot use utterance or power gifts for our disciples, but the goal here is to engage and converse with them. Get them involved in what you are doing. Get them to open up. Yeah. So these points will come in very handy. So I'll just quickly go over some things that we know already, but for the purpose of those who don't know or those who haven't been to school of the Spirit, the first revelatory gift, let's open to 1 Corinthians 12 verse 1, 12 verse. You see, you will never catch me not opening the Bible in anything scriptural. You won't catch me, not even in a dream. And for all those who have seen me in the dream, you will see me always doing something related to Bible. Okay, so Acts 12 verse 7 says, but the manifestation of the Spirit is given. Did I say Acts 12 verse 7? 1 Corinthians 12 verse 7. Thank you, God. But the manifestation of the Spirit is given to each one for the profit of all. For to one, oh my God, for to one is given the word of wisdom through. Oh boy, I love that word, through the Spirit. Through the Spirit. To another, the word of knowledge through the same Spirit. And I won't overcome this temptation of not explaining, because this is so good that I need to explain. But before I explain, I need to read the two of them so that you understand. So the word of knowledge is the ability to know facts about people, places, and things. To know facts about people, places, and things. So I can just know a fact. So if I'm training somebody on how to give a word of knowledge, it's not going to be the Lord's about to do this or that or that. You're like, no. It's just facts. 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 It deals with facts, past and present, from 2025 down to when the person was born, down to who gave birth to the person that gave birth to the person that gave birth to the person. The word of knowledge can uncover details as far back as when you want it to uncover, or as far back as when you desire for the spirit, or your desire to bless somebody. And let me just share this here. Some of us know this. I'll call it a testimony. In the brothers group, I misplaced my email password. I created that password 2012 for BVN stuff, and I lost the password. And since it's BVN now, I didn't need the password again because nobody's really asking for a password to your email. They're sending BVN details to you. But I think that was 2 weeks back. I went to do something in the bank, of which I needed, of which they sent me a BVN stuff to my email. That email that I abandoned the password 2012. And I tried as much as possible to recover it. Check my other device. I did everything I could humanly do. In fact, I called 2 other persons in the office to assist me, but it didn't happen. Sorry, we couldn't get the password. My mind just, you see, the way I think, if I've tried natural and it not work, the next thing I'm doing is supernatural. Let it be that I have done supernatural stuff and it did not work. But don't just limit yourself to physical things. So I just asked the group that, who could use word of knowledge to recover my password? I gave them that the email is this, that can they just recover it for me? And they didn't answer me. They casted me. Yeah. But we walk in love. I talked to another friend. The person didn't respond to. So the person that is just laughing is the person that laughed at me. But for honor's sake, I won't call his name. So, oh my God. He laughed at, see, it always pains when it's your brother that is laughing at you. Like, oh my God, my own blood. But it's all right. So I just got back home. They heard the man of God, precious. They heard the man of God. So I just got home. I said, let me handle things by myself. And I just made a simple prayer. I said, God, please help me remember this password. Then what just came was grace speaks. Grace speaks. Then it just clicked, bang. My password is among those words. And as I used it, lo and behold, it worked. Now, I'm trying to bring to your attention that the Spirit of God you have in you can uncover details that you think are not important. You forgot. See, let me teach you practicality. Somebody gave you his ATM, told you the PIN 1234, for example. Said that please help me and withdraw it. You wrote it down in a piece of paper. You forgot to take the piece of paper. You went to the bank. You tried calling the person because you have forgotten the PIN. You call. The person did not pick. You can't pay transport and come back. Then if I'm your father, I will minister to you with the right hand of righteousness. Yeah. Just give you a little bit of ministration. Yeah. Then, so at that point, you can ask that God, so person told me the PIN to his ATM because he wanted me to withdraw the money. Can you please remind me? Those questions are not strange. Those questions are not weird. In fact, it is weird not to rely on the Spirit for any and everything. You think it is minute. You think it is infinitesimal. It's of little importance. It makes no difference. It makes a whole lot of difference to you. To God. I told Brother Godwin last year, my wife misplaced her SIM 3 Samsung SIM tray. I know Samsung now, it is exalted above the Android and they are feeling big. SIM tray was over 15,000. Like just the SIM tray is, I say, my God, what are we doing here now? It's not to just buy Infinix and rest, but no, pride will not allow us. Yeah, because we don't want to be numbered among the Android. Yeah, we don't want to be numbered among the Android. We want to be exalted above the cherubs. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you're gonna be using iPhone. Uh-huh. All right. Uh, so we got back home. We searched for this SIM tray. We we searched for this SIM tray. The man of God wants to distract me, but I will not be distracted. My eyes are fixed on the goal. Yeah, my eyes are fixed on the goal. You use a phone that's let's leave that. So my wife came back. I and my wife, we started searching for the SIM tray. We called, our help was still with us. Not Ebenezer, like outside. Let me say things clearly. Yeah. So let me say things very clearly. So I do not think our help is Ebenezer. No, house help was still with us. We called her. We searched for things. Like for 2 days, we looked for this SIM tray everywhere in the house. We couldn't see it because who wants to spend 15,000 for SIM tray now? Mhm. So the following day, after the 2 days, I just told my mother, see, either I will get a word of knowledge to know to know where you forgot this SIM tray, or the angels of God will locate that SIM tray and bring it to a place we can see. I said it the way I'm saying it now, not praying, not shouting, not doing rababa, yeah. Went to sleep. As I was sleeping, because I sleep like Jonah, I sleep deep, very deep. So from my sleep, oh man, let me not expose myself because I have a lot of people who will press my neck. But my sleep is deep, is deep, is deep, is deep. So the following day, my wife tapped me. You know when somebody's tapping you in haste. I said, who awakens me? Because when I sleep, I don't want anybody to wake me up. I want to awake by myself. Like alarm has proven to be futile when I sleep. Guaranteed. Just guaranteed. Guaranteed. What I do, I kid you not. I kid you not. I pray that God wake me so time. So time. And when I wake, I'll still be on the bed for like 15 to 20 minutes. Just ruminating, just, you understand, just still feeling the sleep. Because my sleep, my when I dream, it's just so sweet. Either I'm laying hands, I'm casting out devils, I'm teaching, imparting people. It is when lion is pursuing you, that's when you wake up fast. You will be a very light sleeper when you are eating akara and you see, don't blame me. Don't blame me. You wake up very fast. Somebody open door. Fear. You will hear why giraffe is pursuing you. They are pressing your neck. Jesus, Jesus. You will wake up very quick. They will on light, you wake. Just light, you will wake. Is because you say I'm a light sleeper. I sleep very light. Na lie. Na lie. Your drink no sweet. You don't see you. Your drink no sweet. Ah, okay. Seriousness now. Yeah. So now, for those who don't know, this is the fun part of me. This is the fun part of me. The first session was serious. Discipleship. Get it straight. Now, you're seeing the other side of me, which is still a fun side. Sha. So, I, my wife tapped me up. I said, who arouses me from my slumber? You know, all those king voice, who arouses me? And say, my love is me. Also, oh, okay. Then she took me to my seat. Because if you come to my house, there's a place I work. The SIM tray was on top of my laptop. This same laptop that we have checked, I have took to work, brought back. For 2 days, we checked. The SIM tray was on top of my laptop. I see from that day, my perspective changed, changed. Little things are not that little. In fact, it is in little things we should even walk on our feet to believe for the impossible. It is not every day you see a blind man to pray for. It's not every day you see a cripple or a deaf person to pray for. But little things like you forgot your key. You ask yourself, God, I'm stranded. Stay with me. Stay with me. I'm stretching you a bit, but just stay with me. Ask yourself a question. God, I'm stranded. Is there no way for this padlock to open before I get home? I'm not telling you something I've not done. I've done it twice. Getting home, the door was open. Learn to exercise faith in these little areas. You want to go to work and there's massive, when people are rushing to enter into a car, you have to say, God, is there no way to get a car easily? And sometimes this is where inward witness is very important. You hear, stand by this side of the road, stand here. And then all of a sudden, somebody that you know will come and carry you. It has happened to you before, but for some person that has happened to, it happens to me a lot. That's happened to my wife. Strangers. See, you see that mentality that a woman cannot pick man in the road. Don't believe all those things. Women have picked me up in the road to drive to my work, to drop me at a particular place. It's not that is man I'm carrying man. No, don't be part of the people who are that. I don't want to use foul words here, but believe good things. Believe good things that happen to you. Believe it. Believe it. Yeah. So I said all of this plenty talk, just to talk about word of knowledge, that it is ability to know facts about people. So all the gifts we'll talk about, we'll bring it to disciples. But for now, is the ability to know facts about people, places, and things by the Spirit. These facts range from the present, like from now, April 12, 2025, 11:09, down to wherever, like down to the past. Yeah. So, for example, in 1 Samuel chapter 9, 3-21, Samuel knew that Saul's father's donkey has been found. He said this so casually. He said, Saul, stay with me. We'll do something tomorrow. And for your father's donkeys, they have been found. I think when Tony was teaching about word of knowledge, she did a fantastic job on that. Another example is Jesus knew that Nathanael was under a fig tree when Philip met him. You see that in John chapter 1, 47-45. So, when used with a heart of love to edify, word of knowledge can be a very helpful tool in discipleship. It is not to pry into your disciple like, man, see who this boy they chat. No. Don't use it for that. Don't use for that. You say, my disciple is always talking with this girl. Okay. Let me see into the spirit. Haba. Okay. No, so the one. That's not how we are doing it here. Please. Allow the thing. So it's not to pry into your disciple's life. To say, which soup did Patrick eat this night? Wow. And I see a vision. Okay. He molded the eba. He threw it up. He caught it on the air. Okay. This boy. No, not like that. Not like that. Please. Not to pry into somebody's lives. Yeah. But to get information by the Spirit that will serve your disciples overall good. Yeah. That will serve your disciples overall good. So, for example, your disciples' visa application was rejected for the third time. Real case now, never bringing it down to examples that could happen. He or she is sad and worried. You can know these facts by the Spirit and encourage them. You should encourage and counsel them using another revelatory gift known as word of wisdom. Now, this is where I have an issue with a lot of disciples. They don't used to use elderly advice for issues. This is not therapy we are doing here. Therapists are not always equipped to deal with things. They can do as far as their education and training is concerned. Therapy is good. Please don't hear what I'm not saying. Therapy is good. Is good. Therapy by the word is better. Yeah. Which one is therapy by the word? Everything, Bible, Bible, Bible. Yes, everything, Bible, Bible, Bible. Because the Bible talks about a whole lot of things for your good. For your good. Somebody open his mouth and say, I'm a Capricorn or I'm a Cancer or whatever zodiac sign they choose to prefer. And you will see them passionately arguing. And I'm a Capricorn. I was born in January. I'm a Capricorn. Oh my God. Oh my God. And then you will not see that person passionately arguing that his sins are forgiven. Yeah. Yeah. Then you know that there's an issue. So, real example, you can know facts by the Spirit, and I will show you how to use this fact with your disciples. For now, let us just look at the things. Now, word of wisdom, same 1 Corinthians chapter 12, word of wisdom means good, a word of knowledge. I said that because it's specific. It's specific. There's a reason why I said that. The word of wisdom means good, a word of knowledge. So you have known a fact by the Spirit about somebody. You follow up that fact you have known by the Spirit with a word of wisdom. That's why I said word of wisdom makes good a word of knowledge. This is the ability, this is the ability to profile by the Spirit what to do, how to respond, how to handle the situation. It is God's wisdom for a person in a specific situation or time. Elisha gave a word of wisdom about having water. Yeah, they were complaining for water in 2 Kings chapter 3 verse 15. He said they should dig a well. How does digging a well bring water? I said digging a well. I said you should also make a ditch. Sorry, you should make a ditch. So how do all these things bring water? Somebody's husband in Acts in 2 Kings 4, 1-7, the husband died because he was owing creditors. They don't press in neck and say, oh, you must pay our money. So later, he died. He couldn't pay. He died. The woman met Elisha. Elisha told the woman, what do you have? The woman said, I have oil. He said, go and borrow containers. Borrow not a few. Excuse me, sir. I am in serious issue because my husband borrowed. And you are telling me the way out of that issue is to go and borrow containers again? You see, as disciples, take note of this. Why word of wisdom doesn't always make sense. I'm not saying it is every time, but in most cases, it doesn't always make sense because word of wisdom has an element, take note of that, an element of foolishness to it. An element of foolishness to it. The advice is not pure if you reason it naturally. Of course, by the time you have renewed your mind to some degree, you begin to see that, oh, okay, you could see some things. But to those disciples that you are training, that they are not yet mature, that you are giving counsel to their issues, don't be shocked if they reject it because it doesn't make sense to them. Instead, make them see the reason why you are telling them like this. Because that advice you are giving, you are not giving it from your head. No, you're not giving it from your head. You're not giving it from human observation. So let me just say this. I just saw the time now. It's fast spent. I try as much as possible to end 11:45. Please just bear with me. 30 more minutes. It's not a promise, but it's something I'm just begging. If it shoots past 11:45, bear with me. Please, because you will need this. Please. I beg now. So it's not a threat, but I just beg now, please. So it has an element of foolishness to it. So 2 Kings chapter 4 verse 1-7, Elisha told her, okay, go and borrow. And as you are borrowing, borrow plenty. Borrow plenty. It was the word of wisdom she needed for that situation. So listen, once your disciple tells you that they have something to discuss with you, or whenever you want to engage with them, be conscious of these gifts. Once they chat up and say, I have something to say, or I want to tell you something, be conscious that, I'm not just going to give a counsel naturally. I'm not just going to give head knowledge, I'm going to give a divine insight to this. So, for example, your disciple is about to relocate and is anxious. You can give him or her an insight on how to go about it. You provide this solution by the Spirit, not logic or experience. This is very helpful. Now, the sending of Spirit, for the purpose of time, I'll just limit it to the core of who a person is for the purpose of time. I'll be skipping some things to get into the more important ones. So I said I'll enter into a temptation, and I didn't forget word of wisdom and word of knowledge. If you check the Greek, you see for to one is given by the Spirit, the word of wisdom, to another is given by the same Spirit, the word of knowledge. Now you see that word by is not the same thing. The first by for word of wisdom is dia, dia. The second one for knowledge is kata. Kata means through the line, down. Like, I can know a fact by Googling. I can know a fact by asking somebody. I can know a fact by the spirits. Yeah. I can know a fact by gossiping. It's still a fact that I know. Yeah. You don't hear. Once you see, have you heard? All those things, you can know facts like that. Then you not man, the disciple. I perceive. There's something about you, Oga, you are lying. You did not perceive, you gossip. Now gossip you do, no verse. Sorry. We don't catch you. Yeah. Sorry, sorry. So don't gossip and call it word of knowledge. Don't poke nose and say, hear what the Lord is saying. No. So word of knowledge by the Spirit. That means that knowledge came from the Spirit. You see that word of wisdom? That is what we will use to differentiate frauds. Frauds. Word of wisdom, it is only through the Spirit it can come. You cannot get word of wisdom by gossiping. You cannot Google. Somebody is telling you his business is not doing well. You can Google 12 steps to boost your business. This is not YouTube Shorts. This is not a business clip. No. That wisdom is coming only from the Spirit. Yeah. So, word of wisdom is very important. Now that you have captured my attention by telling me a fact that, you are in school, that is a fact. It looks too normal at times. You see, why we are not always doing the revelatory gifts well is because we are trying to find that spectacular spark. You want somebody to tell you your date of birth, your PIN number, your phone number. No. Cannot those things be gotten? Yes. So, she saw me now, password over 12 years. I got it by the Spirit. Information can be gotten. Account number can be gotten by the Spirit. But now that you have told me my account number, you have gotten my attention. Oga, talk. What is the next thing? So this is why word of wisdom is very important if you are a discipler. Very important. You cannot do away with it. It will help you a lot. It will help you a lot because your disciples will have issues, and the issues is not just only spiritual. No, they are students. They are businessmen. Some of them are married. Some of them are in relationship. They have relationship issues. Some of them want to relocate. So don't just say, me, I'm a disciple. I'm for the word. Have you prayed today? Have you fasted? When have you do dry fasting? I don't think you are serious with this. It's not just spiritual this thing. No. It's an all-round thing. An all-round thing. So word of wisdom will help you a lot. Discerning of spirit is the ability to distinguish the source and inspiration of actions influenced by spirits. Yeah. With this gift, you can always distinguish the spirit influencing an activity or a person's action, particularly your disciples or the people you train. Somebody is always asking you questions as a discipler. Let me just quickly go through. Don't worry, I'll send this file after I work on it properly with some of my famous editors in this place. Yeah, I have, if you don't know, you don't know. But I have famous editors. They helped me in the Women in God's Plan. So that's why I'm not yet released it to the general public yet. So bear with me. Okay, so you can discern the motivating factor for why somebody did something or why somebody is doing something. For example, there's this disciple of yours that's always asking you questions, always asking you questions, always asking you questions. You think the person is growing. Nalayo. The person might just be trying to deceive you that he is serious. So learn to pierce through the veil. Learn to see the core of who somebody is. And the sending of spirits will help you. You can say that, I know you are doing prayer stretch every night, but it's out of competition. Stop it. It's out of trying to, it's an act of performance. Stop it. You can also discern the core of a person. Yeah. So I wrote you can discern the source of an activity. For example, Paul and the spirit of divination. If you check Acts 16 to 18, the girl was saying, oh, these are men who have come to show us the way of salvation. Now, that is a good fact. Paul and Silas came to preach about salvation. Yeah. But the source that revealed that information is faulty. So Paul rebuked the spirit. That something is true doesn't mean it came from the right source. You should be discerning enough. This is not having discernment in the natural law. No, not that one, please. No, I'm talking about the gifts of the spirit. And it is not spirit of discernment. There's no gift called spirit of discernment. It is discerning of spirits. You are distinguishing spirits. You are distinguishing the motivating factor by spirits for any action or activity. Another one was in Mark chapter 1, 21 to 26. A demon said, oh, what have we to do with you? Have you come to destroy us before our time? We know who you are. You are the Holy One of God. Jesus is the Holy One of God, but why should the demon be saying it so sure? Somebody can be influenced by the devil. I said that, I thank God for Pastor, which person will I use now? Okay, let me use Tochi. Oh, thank God for Pastor Tochi. She just teaches so well. I'm so blessed whenever she teaches. I'm so touched. I feel like crying. And demon, they talk at me. Hey, Tochi when I say, oh, bless you. Just give glory to God. Just give glory to God. They don't judge that one. They don't judge that one. So you have to be discerning. Tochi, my baby girl. So you have to be discerning to know that, I beg you, you foul spirit, come out. And so did it well. Don't accept any kind of prayer that, maybe just, I like the way she coordinates things. Hey! And it's one marine spirit that is be discerning. They could praise you. See, as a discipler, both praise and criticism are distraction. This guy get word from mouth. Or that, if your light enter your head, it will distract you. Let me use an example, old example. Some of us may not relate, but I will say it in a way we will relate. There was this footballer, he's dead now. His name is Pele. Pele. P-E-L-E. That's not his name, that's his nickname, you know. So back then, in the early 50s, in the early 60s, they used to play match once a week. Back then, before other competitions came and things were now getting to twice a week. Then if you have some crazy schedules, 3 times a week. So back then it was once a week. And this guy was very good. Very, very good. So his coach told him something. It's because it was the days of newspaper. It's not, there are no internet there. His coach told him, don't read the newspaper 3 days after a match and 3 days before a match. How many days are in a week? 7. So if I'm playing my match on Saturday, I should not read Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Then I should not read Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So that means don't read newspaper. Just be playing your ball. You score goal, play your ball. You don't score goal, play your ball. Both criticism and praise are distractions. People could praise you, people could appreciate you, but as a discipler, don't let it get into your head. Once it gets into your head, there's issue. There's issue. There's issue. So you can also discern the call of a man. So Jesus discerned, when I mean the call of a man, I mean you can discern what type of person this individual is. So Jesus discerned that Nathanael was a man with no guile. Nathanael was not given to deceit. Nathanael was a honest person. You see that in John chapter 1:47. So, like we gave an example, your disciple goes into fasting and extensive prayer stretches, not because of spiritual growth, but because they want to prove a point and compete. You can discern the reason for that activity, that this is pride at work. This is ego in play. Yeah. So be observant. Whenever you relate with your disciple, always use the revelatory gift. It will help you and save you a lot. So let's push this. So okay, I said why all these are important, so that you'll not be giving natural advice here and there. Don't give advice out of your experience in life as a discipler. Ask yourself, what is God's counsel for this matter? And that's why you have to be always conscious of the gift. You cannot afford to do discipleship without being conscious of the gifts of the Spirit. It is not mere counseling you are doing. If it's counseling, the person could go for one therapy session or talk with somebody. We are dealing with core issues here. We want to provide God's solution for a matter. Yeah. And take note of this, because again, we want to see how to bring it into practicality. So the model, this is a powerful and intentional approach to discipleship, one that demonstrates deep care and attention to the heart, blah, 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 blah. So there are 3 questions you have to have in mind as a discipler. Number 1, questions about spiritual growth, questions about lifestyle patterns that can hinder or help the growth. Then other key areas of your disciples' life. So discipleship is an all-round involvement in the life of your disciples and not just their spiritual growth. Hence, this model includes a division of thoughtful questions to use to follow up your disciples. So bear in mind, it's not a one-size-fits-all model. Every disciple is unique in their own way. They have their different personalities. Yeah. And the discipler should trust the vision of the Spirit, depend on the wisdom and power of the Holy Ghost to approach the disciple well. But what I did here will cover to some extent questions that cross across major areas of your disciples' life. Now, this is where you need to pay attention, just as you have been paying attention before. Use the conversational style whenever you talk to your disciples or to anybody that is of Christian faith, and they ask you questions like in that regard too. Don't make it look too spooky or weird. It is not that you just enter somebody's there and you just say, "Sido capitale, vendo grosso keeper." Now, hear what the Lord is saying. Okay, He never greet me. He never asked me how my day go. You don't say, "Okay, now, hear what the Lord is saying. Boss, I know you have utterance in abundance." It's not that you just enter somebody's there. "Oh, I see. I see the Lord standing out. And now, hear what the Lord is saying." Bro, chill. It's not every time you enter somebody's there and say, "Oh, man, I just had a vision. How my day went, you did not talk. Have I eaten? How was work? No. Use conversational style. If you have talked with me, yeah, you will know that I start with a question. Whenever I start my chat with a question like, how was your day? Just be honest and flow. If you are not honest, I will pretend to that, oh, my day was fine. Your day was fine. Okay. Mine too. Full stop. Boom. I go my way. I was chatting up with somebody before the call, before the meeting. Somebody I've not talked to for like 2, 3 weeks. I just told him, Baba, have fun. How you doing? How body? I know that he has issue with his project. And what do they call this thing in school? It's school again. CGPA. That was why I started him on. I said, school is fine. We dey push on, we dey push on. I said, oh, you dey push on. I say, yeah, sure. Everything's soft, ground level. And I said, okay, that was CGPA. You like him? They say, my brother. Sorry, I'm laughing, but I get this thing a lot of times. Pretense, people hiding, and you see, somebody made a comment, and let me address it. I said on Tuesday that once you are a disciple, you submit yourself to the person. That is why you should choose your discipler. You can't have a discipler that is constantly shaming you. Stupid boy, what's wrong with you? Bible you cannot read. Fool. Discipler calling somebody fool. Then how will he grow now? You just declare the word over him that is a fool. It's not affecting to grow. People have confided in me deep, serious matters that I will take to my grave. As a discipler, you need to talk. You can be jovial, you can play, but don't leak secrets. People will not trust you. Let me tell you one thing. For disciples, let me tell you something. Test your disciples. Tell 3 different persons that they're trying to see who is good. Maybe you're not sure, but you should be sure because the inward witness will not lead you astray. So let me give that example. Trust the inward witness. The inward witness will not lead you astray on the type of discipler to meet. So scratch that out. All right. So use conversational style. Whenever you talk with your disciples, engage them. Don't make it look too spooky or weird. Let it flow naturally. Jesus made the Samaritan woman say, it started. Say, can you give me water? If I give you my own water, things was not flowing. Philip and Ethiopian, Philip ran to the chariots in Acts 8:20-40. He asked the man, do you understand what you are reading? Let it flow. And I'll say that if I've talked with you, sometimes I use questions to start the conversation. And it's actually a word of knowledge, but I'm making it seem as if I'm asking a question. Sometimes I bring the people's attention to that fact that I hope you understand this. I hope you understood this. This was not a normal, they say, oh. Some of them will say, oh, yes, I know. The point is, let it look like a discussion. It is not every time, good evening. Where do you read? Which portion of the Bible did you read this week? No. Talk with people. Engage them. Be free with them. You see the same thing as Acts 16:11-15, Paul and Lydia. See the same thing in Acts 17:16-34. Paul at mercy. So call discipleship reflection as you meditate and pray for your disciples with revelatory gifts. You can pick up helpful information about them, which you now use in the discussion. It's not that everything you know, you just say, oh, so you went to go and do visa application. You did not tell me. You think I will not know? Yeah? Can you run from me? Okay, you are not using the revelatory gift to threaten them now. So even if you know those things, chill. Put it in a conversation. Don't make it look too weird. That is why some of your disciples are not growing the way they should. Be serious with them. Be strict with them. But don't be spooky. Don't be weird. Yeah? So before asking anything, spend time pondering on some of your questions. Now, I told you to do something. If you have disciples, take a piece of paper or your phone, write out their names. As I'm talking now, just write out their names. They could be 1, they could be 2, they could be 3. In fact, I've written the name of the 2 of my core ones and then the other of my 15 billion ones. Don't mind me. Yeah. Then you ask yourself a question and you'll be praying. Where is this disciple in their journey? In their spiritual growth? Where are they now? Where should they have been now? But where are they now? For this disciple, God, what are you saying? What gifts will be expressed through this disciple well? Is this one going to be a public figure? Is this one going to be like a missionary? So you will now tailor your pattern. You can't use a missionary training style for somebody who will be a public figure, who will handle crowds. The one of missionary, you know that they'll be going to villages, into localities. Sometimes there will be no water. So you will train the person for what he will be doing. That is why you will pray for your disciples. I know you will pray that God let them grow, let them increase the revelation knowledge, the eyes of the understanding, flood of light, and this and that and that. That's good. You also say, God, for Sister A, in the next 2-3 years, where should she be? For Sister B, for Brother Z, yeah, not Zebra. I don't know why Zebra came to my mind. For Brother H, yeah, where should this person be? Where should this person be? So you'll be praying. So what are they saying? So what are they not saying, but expressing through their behavior of silence? What are they not saying that they are expressing through their behavior of silence? This guy doesn't talk. This guy doesn't open up. Why? Why? Is he shy? Have I mismanaged information? Have I done something wrong? Where do I see spiritual hunger or the lack of it? Before, this person was reading 2 chapters every day. Now, he can't even do 2 chapters in a week. What's the cause? What's the reason? What's the issue? So you will spend time asking all these key questions for all of your disciples. Look at your paper now. Look at your book now. Look at your phone now. Those disciples you have, ask yourself, where should they be? Sorry, ask the Lord, where should they be? And where are they now? Where are they now? As a discipler, you ought to set goals for your disciple. Monthly, quarterly, yearly. For example, be able to speak in tongues and interpret. Exegetically study the word. Pray 1 hour every day. It's a target that you can set for your disciple. You can say, okay, every day, 15 minutes, pray in tongues only. 30 minutes, pray in tongues. Every day, give me reports. Oh, how to evangelize. How to give what? With metrics like this, you can measure their progress against what was set, against what the Lord showed you about them, against where they should have been in their spiritual journey. Now, so now we have questions relating to spiritual growth. For example, what book or area are you currently studying or reading? Have you prayed today? If you have prayed, how often do you pray? Do you have a regular time? Have you noticed any improvement in anything of the spirits? Yeah, is your tongues always rabababa, rabababa, rabababa? 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, rabababa, abana. Is it DJ? Have you not improved? Have you not advanced? Every day you are reading 1 chapter. For 12 years, you are reading 1 chapter. Habana, bros. Can't you increase to 2? Can't you increase to 3? So these are areas that reflect spiritual growth. How is the written word shaping your conduct and mindset? You are seeing, there are some persons, they can never say they are sorry. It will not come out from their lips. They will use any other way to tell you they are sorry, but they will not apologize. As a discipler, you break it. You break it. You break it. You don't allow such things linger. The written word should shape their conduct. The written word should shape their mind. Shape their mind. Then there are questions about lifestyle. More often than not, this serves as a major reason why spiritual growth, that set target, is achieved or not achieved. For example, you ask your disciples, see, don't ask all these find answers. How are you? Fine. How's your day? This, how's your day? That, how's your, no. You go talk or you no go talk. What does a normal day or week look like for you? Engage them. Everything is not Bible for your disciples' growth. Their lifestyle could be why they're not reading the Bible effectively. But because you don't care, you didn't ask, and because you didn't ask, you couldn't solve that issue. So as a discipler, you care for your disciples' lives. I mean, life that has nothing to do with scriptures, even if you know that everything will stem from the scriptures. What entertainment or habits are shaping your mindset lately? Every day you are sleeping, you are thinking of money, you are thinking of money, you are thinking of skincare, thinking of MacBook, you are thinking of MacBook, you are thinking of PS5, you are thinking of the every day. Why? Your mind is always filled with content. As you sleep, weak. You wake up weak. PS4, game, traveling. It's because your mind is filled with those kind of information. It is affecting you. In turn, it's affecting the spiritual growth. Are there friends or situations influencing your decisions and desires? Peer pressure is real. You get into a company of people who interpret tongues, by God, you will interpret tongues. Get into a company of people who talk down on tongues, you will talk down on tongues. A man is a sum total of his closest associations. As a discipler, you dare not mingle with people who are of contrary view and opposite. There's nothing wrong having contrary view in the Bible because those things will lead to studying, will lead to this thing. But there are facts of redemption that somebody should not speak against. So you ask your disciples that question. Have you noticed moments when your peace or joy gets stolen? What makes you angry? Small thing you heard, you're angry. Small thing you don't vex. Small insult you have responded. What triggers it? You ask your disciple this question, you are getting to the core of the matter. Are there things you are trying to deal with alone? You don't know if your disciple has rent issues. In fact, as you're talking to him, he's packing his load to stay under the bridge. And you're asking him, have you fasted? He will just laugh. He will just laugh. Like, if he's not rude, he will not cut the call. But if he's rude, he not. I say, I'm packing my bag to go and stay under the bridge. You're asking me, so when last did you see visions? Ah, you see, it's because, let me leave that. Are there things you're trying to deal with? When you ask them these things, some of them is laptop that is their issue. Some of them is good phone that is their issue. They don't have a good phone. Some of them is data. They want to come for meetings like this. They want to pray, but they don't have data. You can recharge 1,000. You can recharge 500. If you don't have the money, you can call other disciples. You can call other friends that you have to help your disciples out. Your disciples won't know that you call somebody out. That you call somebody to help you. But the disciple knows that you gave him data. And is the reason why he's here studying, praying, learning, growing. That's a way. Ask your disciples, how long do you spend in a week? And I thank God that some of you here have talked with you all these type of things. In fact, there's somebody I like talking to every morning. The person's name starts with Z. Okay, not person did not start with Z, yeah. But the person knows herself. Yeah. And I like jinxing her day. For some weird reason, if I talk to her about work, there will be no light in the house. I don't know why. For me, it's coincidence. That can be a power gift. I will not use power gift to be removing light from somebody's house. Now. So each morning, I like finding out about. I say, how's your day? Have you started work? Just to bond. That is, all those things are bonding. A disciple that knows you care will open mouth to, hey, try this thing and mean it. Pray for somebody for like 2 months. Call the person and say, do you know that for the past 2 months I've been praying for you? Is there anything that has been on your mind lately? Person go talk, 2 months every day praying for me, and I know talk. I'll talk. Somebody that loves me enough to be praying for me every day, I will open mouth and talk. As in me that is teaching you, I will open mouth and say, man of God, help my issues, sir. Yeah. So ask questions like, are you resting well? Are you constantly burnt out and busy? What's keeping you busy? Okay, your job. You are working 52 hours in a day for the nurses and the rest. I'm just yabbing them, sha. Although I'm not yabbing them, they work tirelessly. So you will know that their own discipleship, you position it in when they are free and not when they are working 88 hours in a week or 88 hours in a day. Yeah, you position it well in a way that you can get their like you can hit the chord well. Don't just say that, I'm discipling you. You must learn, you must grow, you must do this, you must do that. No, that way discipleship will not be effective. That way you'll be putting a burden on people. And I just checked the time, it's 5 minutes past 11:45. But if people don't mind, if people love me and I love you, so let us continue. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so other areas, these areas, though not spiritual on the surface, they deeply affect a person's capacity to grow, to hear God and serve with joy. Ask your disciples, how was today's business? Did you make sales this week? And don't just ask for asking sake. Ask because you mean it. How was your CGPA last session? What is your target for this session? Are you aiming for first class? Now, this is it. Don't say, what do I know in this person's field? I study computer science and I can be talking with an architect. I will use word of wisdom for advice. That is why you need it. Don't say, nothing concern me now. Me, now mechanical engineer and study. I want to do doctors, they do. No, don't shut yourself up. Be conscious of the gifts of the Spirit and say, okay. I don't know anything in survey and regional planning, but I know I have the Spirit. And by the Spirit, I can provide solution that will make this person get better grades and still be effective in his Christian work. That is the way to go. Are you hearing? That's the way to go. So ask people questions. How was school today? How was job today? Is your tax not? Have you finished your tax? How's your emotional health lately? Are you carrying any burdens or concerns? How are your relationships with family? Is your father angry at you? Is your mother angry at you? I know some ladies, their parents are pressuring them to marry. In the heat of that pressure, you cannot be asking, can you interpret tongues now? No, that's not the right time. Somebody's mother may be sick. Somebody's father may be sick. You don't just say, you serve God. With joy in your heart. You draw wells. You draw water from the wells of salvation. We know. But that's not the right time to say that. Somebody is taking care of his family. You get into... See, that's why one of the reasons why we walk is to be good examples. Your disciple tells you he's hungry. Don't say, be filled in the name of the Lord. No. Instead of be filled, he says send account number. That is better. That is better. That is effective. Care for your disciples. You notice that your disciple has been missing church, has been missing meetings. Don't just say, I'm observing you, you're unserious. So, is that how you'll be doing? No. You don't know that the person's father had an operation. He's looking around. He's searching for money. He's trying to raise funds. Care about people's lives. Are you financially overwhelmed? When last did you drink garri? Ask. It might be funny, but actually, it will shock you. It will shock you. People are drinking garri daily. I mean, garri, not the one with granite and milk. That one is not garri. That is a cornflakes or something else. We're talking about pure garri, like garri and water. Ask people those questions. And if you talk that people are going through a lot financially, Now, you may not be Bill Gates, you may not be Elon Musk, but you have 3,000 that you can send, and you let the person chop, mean guide you for that day. The person could be a student, he has not eaten, and you want him to read. With which brain now? Let him eat well. Let him read. So we are getting to the practical aspects of these things. Everything is not which verse of the scripture have you read, which verse of this thing have you read, which verse of this thing have you read. No, no. Ask if you are the fashion environment. What area are you trusting God? Is there anything you wish people understood about you? People understood about what you are going through. I know some person that I've talked with, they feel that they are weird. That how can they just be knowing things about people? And when they try to tell people, people laugh at them. That's the word of knowledge. But they don't know how to go about it. So people have responded negatively to them. And that is the reason why they are not giving words. You think they don't have words. No, they do. But at one point in their life, they have been abused. They have been laughed at. So the thing it shuts them up. But by the time you ask questions, you will know that, oh, it's because you are shy. It's because somebody insulted you. Somebody said this, somebody said that. Okay. Me that is teaching you now, somebody has told me that I'm a preacher of lasciviousness, that my preaching promotes people to sin. Somebody told me like a spiritual figure told me that I am his destiny problem and he will overcome me. Words that cut deep. But thank God for my disciples. They encourage me. If not, I would not have been here today. That happened in 2017, 2018. So engage people in talks and you will see issues. I mean, don't just talk because then drop disciples more than make me talk. I don't talk. Oh. No. You can do better. Talk because you mean it. Ask the person, do you have any secret longings, dreams, or frustrations that you have not spoken about? Some persons have goals that they are thinking that, can I? So, some people have goals like a bucket list. They want to tour the world before 30 years. Ask them, get involved. Some people struggle with addictions, and that is the area most disciples just want to overlook that, people are fine. Leave them. They're okay. Your disciples are battling with addictions, masturbation, pornography, issues, fornication, pride, jealousy. Once somebody does well, it pains them. I'm not talking about the normal envy. I'm talking about that one that you feel like killing the person to take it. Issues. But you did not talk. You did not talk with them. When you talk with them, you will know. They will guide you. You will not guide them with the gifts of the Spirit. So, I will not talk about the category and impact. I'll just quickly rush to time is fast spent. So, let me just talk about choosing discipleship style and then we'll close. Choosing a discipleship style. Those things that I scrolled past, don't worry. When I'm through with the material, I'll send it so that you can see it. Yeah. Because this has a practical guide. This side. They're like something you can follow, and it's going to help you. I sent, okay, let me show you something. You could prepare a Bible guide. And just bear with me. I'm opening it now. All right, good stuff. You see, that's why it's good to be a techie. You have two screens and you do ministry. Where it's not every time using phone to do ministry. iPhone in the mud. All right, so Precious does one Bible plan that I love so much, building young believers. Is why I like the Bible plan is it will help you study. It's not those Bible in 15 hours where you will read 200 chapters in one day. That one will not make you study. You just read. But why I like our own is broken down, and I will encourage you guys each month reach out to her to send you a Bible plan because it's very practical. For example, In a whole day, you are studying 5 verses. Studying, not just reading, you are studying. Day 2, 5 verses. This. So for the whole month, you are studying Colossians. There's no way you can, if you're actually serious and determined, study one book in a month that you will not know it. So this is me putting pressure on her, although it's not pressure, to always be preparing Bible plans for the month. Yeah. So this is very effective, very, very effective. And it's going to help you guys a lot. Oh, Precious, good stuff. Thank you. She just dropped it so you can access the different months, Colossians, Ephesians. They are very easy. 5 verses a day. You study it well, in depthly. Yeah, and that's very, very important. So okay, so choosing a discipleship style. Let's get back to this. Yeah. So just to recap, as a discipler, engage people, ask people. As a disciple too, please learn to talk, learn to open up, talk with people. Brother Shekinah, this is this. Oh, Brother Shekinah, they sack me at what? They sack you? No, nobody will laugh at you. Sack is not a good thing. Learn to open up. If you are struggling with loss, learn to talk. Nobody, don't say, they will laugh at me. Who is laughing at you? And one good thing in this great community is people respect your privacy. Nobody's going to talk badly about you. Nobody's going to hold your sins against you. And you are not telling everybody. You are just telling a discipler. Talk to people. Open up. When your discipler asks you, how was your day? Don't just say fine. No. Your discipler cares for you. So care for him or her too. Open up. Express yourself. Talk freely. I know that over time you build closeness, you build relationship, but while you are building, just talk, and it's going to help you a lot. So, discipleship style, the first one we have is the one that Jethro advised Moses. That works well when you have numbers, not numbers in the Bible, but like increase of persons. So they are 5, they are going to 10, they are going to 15, they are going to 20, and all that. You can't disciple 100 persons. You will die before God will use you. Guaranteed. You can't disciple 500 persons individually, one by one, called discipleship. No, sir. Set people over them. This is when they are many, But as a discipler, you know the matured ones in your midst. Set them to disciple other persons. You can know who will disciple who by the Spirit. You can know. You can say, oh, Tony, disciple this person. Oh, Tochi, disciple this person. Oh, Patrick, disciple this person. Broccoli, disciple this person. You can know who is the right discipler as the chief discipler to disciple the incoming disciple. Yeah, that's very important. The second one we have is the one-on-one. This is the most direct style of discipleship and proven to be the most effective. This is direct impact, undivided attention with them. For example, Jesus and the Samaritan woman is direct. Yeah. Then the second one is in clusters, where you address them in groups. Yeah. So I said, this is helpful when you have many disciples on the same growth level. Take note of the word. When you have many disciples on the same growth level, you group them into clusters and you disciple them. Don't do them one after the other. So you know where the one-on-one is when they are small, or when you are on the road, you are going for evangelism, and then you meet somebody, you give that one-on-one direct, undivided attention. Then the second one is scheduled meetings, which is rare, which is not advisable, but we can't ignore because there are persons with extreme busy schedules. So what we'll tell you to do is, okay, you work 500 hours in a week like the nurses. Yeah. So your free days, it is good that every week there's a schedule. You know your free days. pattern your discipleship in accordance to those 3 days. Now, this just came to mind. Somebody might ask, okay, but what about the days where I'm free in the morning, but not free in the night? I'm answering somebody now. What about the days I'm free in the morning, but not free in the night? What do I do? Since you are meeting by 8 p.m., you are meeting by 9 p.m. It's very simple. You can record what you want to teach. When it's 8 p.m., you send it. That thing you want to teach them by 8 p.m., 9 p.m., on Google Meet, on WhatsApp. Do it in the morning when you are free. Since you have night shifts and people must learn, yeah, do that work in the morning. Record the sermon in the morning. Record it in the afternoon. Then when it's 8 p.m. or 9 p.m., send it. Then follow them up. You can schedule. And this works for both scheduled meetings and in clusters. But one-on-one, you're already there with them now. You say, oh, wait, let me record it, then I'm coming back. No, you won't do that. You will talk to them one-on-one, you give them the word, and then you go. But if you're in clusters or scheduled meetings, you can, and you're busy at night, maybe you're a nurse, you're a maid guard, or you're a vigilante, not shading them. They are very helpful. But I'm imagining a vigilante sharing the word by 1 a.m. Then as to say, wait. Hey, man, catch up. It will be so distracting. So for cases like that, you prepare the message, prepare the sermon. When it is time, you now sing. So scheduled meeting, like I said, not always the best, but given how life can be at times, you have to consider this as well. Someone can be busy with work, traveling, or even in another place involved in the work of ministry. But you cannot forget your primary disciples. That's the key thing. You cannot forget your primary disciples. It's also advice for people with this type to set up disciples who are mature to oversee while you are not actively involved. Yeah. So with this type, when you eventually engage your disciples, you cannot see because of the wisdom that I just gave. Yeah. This may not work because for example, when Paul longed to see the church in Romans, he said, for I long to see you that I may impart unto you spiritual gifts. Romans chapter 1, he sent them a letter. Yeah. That is the same concept in today's world. Yeah. Okay, let me read out something to you. Oh, thank you, God. Okay. So for the one-on-one, I use the example of Samaritan woman and Jesus. Then in today's world, yeah, you can call them, you can send them a chat. It's still one-on-one. It's still direct. In clusters, in today's world, you can create and add them into groups, or you can meet at a localized venue and disciple them. Yeah. So all those. No, do you know that you must not have one group as a discipler? Let me answer another question again. You can create a community, call one a certain name, call one another name, call one. The name is not the issue. The name you give to the community or the group is not the issue. The issue is you are teaching. The issue is they are teaching. Don't be fascinated by what is not core ministry. I've taught people in an uncompleted building. I've taught people on the road. I've taught some persons in ATM stand. The most important thing is teaching is going on under the tree, but not inside the ocean. At least save yourself first. But under the sun and in the rain, you teach. That's the most important thing. You teach. Under shade, you can teach. In bus, I've taught somebody while withdrawing money from POS point. So the most important thing is don't be worried about name. Oh, what do you like in the community? What do you like in the individual group? Just give it any name. As you progress, as you mature, the purpose of your discipleship will be opening up in a place of prayer. Will be opening up. You will now know that, oh, I'm supposed to structure this way. It is not everybody who knows adequate structure before they start. Some persons will start, then the structure will be coming in. So you have 15 disciples. 3 are in one growth level. 4 are in another growth level. There are 6 are in another growth level. You create different groups for them. Group them together and disciple them effectively. Effectively. Then you can set somebody that is the most matured to oversee them while you are also doing it. Yeah. So take note of that. Take note of that. So, like Paul will send Timothy to Ephesus, Paul will send Titus to Corinth, Paul will send Epaphras to Colossae. You can see all those Bible verses, Colossians 1, 7 to 8, 4, 12 to 13, 1 Timothy 1, verse 3, 1 Corinthians 8, 16 to 17. So, in whatever style of discipleship you choose per time, it is important to prioritize what? Growth, progress of your disciple. You should also make room for proper adjustment as time will permit. You also pray, depending on the leading of the Spirit. You pray, you watch, you try to observe what is going on. You are bringing in word of wisdom. You are discerning things that is going on. And with all these principles, you will be an effective discipler, an all-round discipler, a discipler that is interested in the growth of his or her members. Praise God. So I will end here. And either any questions? Oh, I'm so sorry. This is the last time I'm with you on this topic. So if there's any question, uh, send to the stewards or send to Brother Godwin, and they will answer in the next class. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed meeting the saints at Grace Community. Thank you. Put these things to practice. Pray over your disciples. Realize that I'm going to help you a lot. Take care and have a lovely night rest. Father, I'll give you praise and glory. Thank you for your word. Thank you for your word. Thank you for these instructions. We receive it with open and grateful hearts. Thank you, Father. In Jesus' mighty name we pray.